Whenever you're ready.
Oh my God.
Jessica! I've never been called a fox!
Dana.
That's a classy name for a Harry.
I like it classic.
Okay.
Do you?
Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica.
Dana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast. I am Dana Powell.
I'm Jessica Young, and we are here to rant and rave.
Oh, you really plowed through it. There was no fancy. It was like aggressive. And we are here to rant and rave.
Somebody's still working on their impression of me, I see.
I love it. I can't help it. Whenever I talk about you, I just do it.
Because everybody has the same reaction as your father.
No, I don't know why. I just do.
That's a woman?
I can't help it. I do that. You know, I do our friend Josh DuBose and his voice.
Yes.
If somebody has a specific voice, I do it, except for Dan Tipton. He doesn't like me to talk about his voice.
Oh, can you imitate him well?
No, not really. He's got a
does have a very
interesting
distinct
voice.
He does.
Yeah.
I don't think I could imitate it.
I don't think I could.
I'm going to have to work on that. I don't know why.
Yeah, that'll make him real happy. He hates
Pull it
his
out of my
voice.
back pocket. Hey, Dan, you want to hear an impression of yourself?
But you don't hate your voice, right?
No, I don't hate it. I just hate that it sounds completely different when I hear it recorded than it does coming out of my mouth right now as I speak.
Oh, what do you think the difference is?
I mean, it doesn't sound as guttural as it does.
To you?
Yeah, like my head voice that I'm hearing right now has a twinge of femininity.
Yeah. Okay.
Not when I hear it played back. Not when I'm mistaken as a man on a daily basis for me voice. So
yeah. I wish I could say, well, what do you think it sounds like? Have you do an impression of what you think it sounds like?
I think I did it recently and you said, oh, and did you make your voice go up like that? Like, see how I'm kind of going up?
Yeah.
That's how I try to
That's how
talk
you
on the
sound.
phone. And I say, hi, this is Jessica, thinking that it elevates it.
It does a little bit.
Not really.
It does.
Because most of the time when people hear me doing that, they make fun of me.
Like
Ask me
I
what I'm
did.
doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I sound like a cartoon anyway, so.
No.
Yeah. It's not like I have a sexy voice.
You have a very nice, pleasant voice, and you can make it sound any way you want. You have a good control of your voice. Yours isn't cartoonish unless you make it cartoonish, and that's a good thing.
I think I sound like people used to call when I lived with my parents and ask for my child or for my parent. Even when I had a phone out here, like nobody has phones anymore. And I would answer a call because we didn't have color or whatever. They'd go, is your mommy home?
I don't like that.
Yeah, because I sound like a kid, I guess.
Well, they used to do that when I was a kid, and I would say no.
You're not supposed to say your
I know, but I think I scared them off with this voice, don't you?
Yeah, probably.
Is your mom there? Who's asking?
No one click.
Oh my God.
And don't worry, you're safe. Believe me. It doesn't matter if you're home alone. You're safe. Nobody's coming.
Amazing.
Well, I'm going to tell people how to contact us real quick because I keep feeling like we rush through it a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're putting a call out right now, guys. We're getting low on rants and raves. Got to send some stuff into us.
Indeed.
Please, please, please. We use it. So you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at the rantsandravespodcast.com. You can find us on Twitter at raves_the. You can also find us on our website, the rantsandravespodcast.com. There's a contact us button. It's real easy. It's pretty user-friendly.
Very user-friendly.
Or you can straight up email us at therantsandravespodcast@gmail.com. Jessica.
Lots of people DM us. Mainly Instagram, I'm going to say. That's where we get the most communications from people. We don't mind how you communicate with us.
No, any way you want to get a hold of us is fine.
We have a nice dialogue going with a lot of people through our DMs on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's very fun.
Absolutely. Very fun. Jessica?
Yes?
How was your week since I last saw you?
It was great. I made something that I am certain you would have loved. It's a shame I didn't bring you any of the curried cauliflower soup I made last night.
Nope. You lost me at curry, and then I was angry at cauliflower.
So I have been trying my darndest, much to my chagrin. I do not like cooking. I don't make
either.
any apologies for that. I just don't enjoy it. Never have.
Nope.
My mom always cooked. She actually also worked in catering for many years. I do not like it. Never have.
No.
And I've been very spoiled. My husband loves to cook and does it often. And I finally started to have some guilt about it. Also trying to rein it in with what we spend, like eating out or anything like that, picking up stuff because it's easy.
Right.
So I got the biggest head of cauliflower you've ever seen at the farmer's market, and I turned it into a pureed soup last night.
Disgusting. I can't.
It also was a vegan recipe. Now, you can change anything, right? Make it vegan or add something to it. And I was laughing because my friend saw a picture I put up of it and he goes, "Oh, how is it?" And I said, "It's totally vegan." And I said, which is fine. But I said, if I had used chicken stock and half, it would have been a slam dunk, you know? But instead, I used nut milk.
Ew.
Which I'm never going to get used to saying that.
No, it's just not okay.
I'm a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of nut milk, but I did use it. Get it at Trader Joe's. It's a blend of cashew, almond, and macadamia nuts turned into milk.
Why are so many different nuts?
I don't know.
Because they each have their own milks.
I know. But this one's really going to put you over the edge, Dana. I also, as per the recipe, used nutritional yeast, which is a supplement for vegans for both flavor and protein.
Oh.
It adds like a cheesy texture and flavor to things.
What? A cheesy texture? What are you talking about? Is it stringy?
No, it's like a powder. It kind of is like the powder that comes in a box of mac and cheese.
And that's what you think a cheese texture is?
It's just to like thicken it up and give it a little zest.
Yeah, cornstarch.
I had to
will do
use
that,
veggie
too.
stock. I was willing to use the nutritional yeast.
Yeah, but don't say it has a cheesy texture.
I'm telling you what they claim on the packaging.
Oh, I don't believe
And
packages.
the recipe.
I never believe packages. Every time they say open here, you can't get it open.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know what? We forgot to say our regular stuff. Please rate, review, subscribe. I'm going to ask you for a favor. I don't ask for much. Not you, Jessica.
As I'm like swallowing my water, I'm like, I know, stop opening my bottle while you're talking.
No. I'm going to ask everybody, please share us with one friend. A new friend. If you've shared us before, maybe there's a new friend that might enjoy our kookiness. We would appreciate that.
Then you guys can dish about it together. You can even write in maybe a joint rant and or rave.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Totally. Opposing sides.
Very fun. I'm trying to think if there was anything special about my evening.
You were very productive too. You had an early night, which is nice
did.
and not the norm.
That's the thing I can talk about.
Yes.
Just want to apologize real quick. It'll be a week late, but I actually had the episode done early. And
like early.
saved it to publish at 3 a.m. on the 17th, and today is the 21st. So
Saved to publish on a day that already happened.
it already happened. So it didn't post on time.
But
And then-
shame on the site. How did it not catch
I
that?
know,
Is what
it should. I feel
like
like
the
I've
state has
accidentally
already
done that
passed.
before, and it's like, no, that's past. I don't know.
That's really weird.
And then when it did post, it said immediately we had 31 downloads. I think there may have been a technical glitch. Let's just pretend I didn't type the wrong date. That's going to make me feel better.
Exactly. Well, kudos to you.
Oh, boy. Well, anyway, it's up. I do the best I can.
It is
people.
up.
And honestly, are any of us surprised that Dana screwed up?
You
I mean, no.
stop it.
Not at all.
I don't think anyone is questioning that.
I gave my son a bath. Probably should have given myself one. Oh, you know something real quick before we move into our rants that I want to mention. You guys know I love true crime crap. I'm the worst. I know. And I love scary stories. I love all this stuff. So let's just mention real quick. There is a series, a limited series on Netflix. Called Don't Fuck with Cats. And I thought about this because I talked to my sister about it last night. We often watch kind of the same things and then we all talk about it or whatever. And I was talking to my middle sister about it and I thought she had watched it. And I was like, I binged it last night and I wish I hadn't. This is what I want to say about it. It's an excellent documentary. It's about Luca Magnotta. I already knew his story, who he was and everything. He's a crazy person. But anyway, it's told from the perspective of basically the internet, like armchair sleuths that found him. And they were trying to help catch him and the police wouldn't listen to them. And so all of that stuff is fascinating. However, one of the things he's famous for is animal abuse. And the reason they went after him is he made videos of it.
Oh my God.
So they decided to try and find him and get him arrested. Well, in this documentary, they show clips of the videos.
No, thanks.
And they don't show the whole thing as far as I know, because I had to fast forward.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. And I told my sister, she was like, I watched just a few minutes of it and I couldn't do it. And I said, yeah, don't, honestly, because I already knew the story. There was no new information that I needed except for those things that'll now be in my brain forever. So I would say my recommendation maybe is if you're upset by animal abuse and then full-blown murder, which I think most of us are.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure
don't
that
watch
would be
it.
everyone.
Because that was like the pinnacle of his crime, is he did video himself murdering someone.
God.
And he became, I believe he wanted fame and celebrity, which he attained. And as usual, the victim of the crime, the animals and the human that he murdered was kind of overlooked and forgotten about. And they did mention in the documentary how terrible that is, because he was of Japanese descent and he was their only son. So in their culture, that's who takes care of you when you're older. So they lost, anyway, whatever. This is such a downer. I'm sorry. But if you've been thinking about watching that documentary and you're on the fence, I'm going to slide you on over to don't. Just, it's rough. I told my sister, it's hard on hearts and brains.
Yeah, no thank you.
I knew you wouldn't be into it, but I know a lot of people message me and say, oh, do you have a scary podcast, or do you have a scary, whatever. So I'm known for that. So
Well, you guys got what you asked for.
Well, Jessica! Maybe you're right. It's not good.
If you want to know what episode of Chef's Table you should be watching next, let me know.
Yeah, that's much better. It's much better for our hearts and minds. And I did think back, I've talked before about Thich Nhat Hanh and how he talks about being careful about what you put into your body, into your brain, into your eyes, into your ears, and I definitely was right. He's so right, because that was a little bit damaging. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to something happier, like our rants. Jessica, are you up to first today?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay, so this is a rant about adult tantrums.
Ugh.
When an adult throws a tantrum to get what they want and then succeed. For example, when someone tries to return something without a receipt and the manager says they can't accept their return, so the person starts making a scene and the manager gives in. Nothing pisses me off more than people getting away with stuff when they know they're in the wrong. Wow.
Wow, what do you have to say about that?
I have a lot to say about this, but we can start with the time that I almost got fired from anthropology when I was a manager because I refused a return to a woman returning one of our $85 bath mats.
This is the bath mat that she brought the poo-poo and pee-pee in with. Yeah.
And because of that, I refused her return. She tried to tell me it wasn't used and it was brand new, and I opened it and there was dog excrement on it.
Yeah, no.
And I flung it off the cash wrap towards her and it ended up on the floor. I didn't care.
No.
How dare you?
How dare you?
And I got in big trouble for refusing that because she was, quote, a high profile client.
Ew.
And we weren't supposed to question that.
What's high profile mean?
Like somebody either who spent a lot of money or who claims they knew someone at corporate, which they didn't. This was in Beverly Hills. Our corporate office was in Philly. You don't know anyone at corporate, lady.
No.
But no, I observe it all the time, and it always infuriates me when people are trying to do something that is out of reason, is holding everyone else up. I seem to always see people doing it when I'm at the drugstore. Drives me insane. They're like trying to use a coupon that's 3 months expired.
Right.
Or, oh no, this sign was on that. No, it wasn't. And then the cashier leaves and has to walk over and is still arguing with them. No, this was 3 for 3 for this product, not this product. You're using something
Well, that's
totally
misleading.
Uh-huh.
I know. I've seen that person.
Like, it's insane. I will tell you, though, one time I dug my heels in hard at a store where they did have, the whole place was plastered with half off this, 70% off this, blah, blah, blah. I went to a rack. I'm like, oh, these DVDs are half off. Great. This is when Blockbuster was still around.
There's
and I
only
brought
one
them
left in the world that's in Bend, Oregon. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought it was in Alaska.
Oh, I think it's...
No, I mean, you could be right.
I thought I saw that yesterday, to be honest, but
That's
I could
so
be
funny.
wrong.
I can't believe there's any still around. But the person goes, oh, I'm sorry, that sale's over. And I'm like, cool. Well, your sign isn't.
Yeah.
And it's not just like one thing. I'm like, the whole display is covered.
Yeah.
They kept insisting no. I'm like, can you come over here with me? And I walked over and said, look, I'm not trying to be difficult, but I work in retail too. I'm like, this clearly, and they said, well, it shouldn't be. It was right. And they started removing the signs while I was standing there. And I said, no, And you think they cared? I mean, I walked out. Nobody cares anymore if they lose your business.
No,
that's
they
the
don't.
thing. So then why do they care enough to let these jerks get their way when they shouldn't be getting their way?
Well, it's the squeaky wheel gets the...
Because people want people to shut up. I mean,
right.
I ask that all the time. Like when I have friends that work in various places and I'm like, what? Why would they allow that? They said they don't want the aggravation, the bad press, anything like that. It's like they'd rather just suck it up and eat the $100 or whatever it is that this person is trying to return than have them go and blast them online or make a scene in the store that causes other people to leave. I mean, I get it, but I also...
It's not good. I'll tell you.
It drives me nuts.
I was in the happiest place on earth one day, the weed store. I went to get some CBD oil, and no joke, every time I walk in there, the people that work there are the happiest people ever because they're stoned. You know, they're just so happy to be working with pot and hemp oil and CBD, and they know everything about it. They're just happy people. And there was a man in there and it shocked me. I literally turned and like my mouth fell open because he was legitimately angry at them about, I don't know, some vape pen he bought or some. I wasn't really listening. I just couldn't believe. I was like, everyone in here is so, it's literally like adult Disneyland. And you are so angry. Yes. And they told him no because he wanted them to give him his money back. And they said...
They don't return any products at those stores.
And they said, we can give you another one. He was like, why would I want another one if it's defective? And she said, well, I don't know that all of them are defective, but you're certainly welcome to write the company and they will, fund you or whatever. Anyway, he was livid and it just shocked me. I was glad they didn't give in to him, but like everyone else was so happy and he was really harshing everybody's buzz.
I mean, those stores make it clear, no returns, no refunds. Yeah. They will exchange if something's defective.
Sure.
I wouldn't know.
You don't go there for your CBD oil?
Testing. There seems to be a bad connection here. No, but like, again, they make it clear. When a store makes their policy clear, it's like, it's printed on the receipt. It's on our door. It's at our register.
Yeah. People would try to return things from the 70s.
Yes. The lady with her gross bra. Yeah. When I worked in a store, we would have, my favorite was people trying to return. So now I felt bad. Sometimes people are just trying to slip one over you. But a lot of times their friend took our nice gift box from our store or bag and put their gift in it. And I'm like, no, I'm so sorry. This isn't for, well, it is. And they'd get really mad. And sometimes they're like, this was a gift. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, this isn't. And sometimes the person would be mortified and you could tell pissed at their friend.
Oh, no.
Or they were just so insistent. But I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm the buyer.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Wrapped someone's gift in a different packaging so they thought it was fancier?
Absolutely not. And the only thing I've ever done sometimes, and I even hate doing this for this reason, sometimes I've had to use a shipping box to wrap. I would then put wrapping paper around it. Yeah. But sometimes you have to use kind of a janky looking box. Yeah. For a gift, right? But no, I wouldn't take a box from Bloomingdale's and put in a t-shirt I got at Target. TJ Maxx. I'd be like, oh, it's from Bloomies. Like,
no. Now, one time I did give my baby sister a Tiffany box, empty. But that's just because her name's Tiffany.
Hilarious.
I just was like, I thought it'd be cool for you to have this. She liked it.
Okay. She was probably also looking for that monogram locket. She was looking for the
jewelry. I know. Listen, both of my sisters, I think, have had Tiffany jewelry. I never have. Oh. So get on it, Dan Tipton. I'm just kidding. When you were talking, I was pulling up this article because talking about adult tantrums reminded me. So, we had the story recently about the little toddler that scratched all the cars. Yes. Well, did you know there was an adult man that scratched a car so his parents would have to? Yes. Can you believe that?
We talked about that.
We did? Yes. Oh, yes, because I brought it up then too. That's an adult tantrum.
Of course it is.
I mean, it's insane. It was a BMW.
Yeah. When you're of right mind, you are not allowed to do that.
No.
And it makes the thing I guess that blows me away the most is that these people are so adamant on getting their way. They don't care.
No.
Now, I'm way too prideful when it comes to that. I'll be darned if I'm going to make a scene and have everyone think I'm a lunatic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm going to act like a lunatic, it's going to be with good reason.
Yes, I think that's one thing I've never been loony about.
Yeah.
If they say we can't return it or we can only give you a gift card or whatever, I'm like, okay.
I'll get stern and I don't raise my voice ever to someone in a store, but I'll talk with a little more oomph in my voice. Uh-huh. Well, on your website, it said.
Oh, boy.
And that's only if they're being real sassy and don't care.
Yeah, which most of the time they don't.
Yeah.
There was a day. Listen to us. We are two old biddies.
I know.
There was a day where a customer was always right. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter what they said was in the sales flyer. If I saw a sign, that's what I'm going to get the price for. And then if I complain, then they're going to go ahead and give me what I want because the customer is always right. That's the days we come from.
I know. But they don't. Yeah. If your dad picked up the phone and said, I've been a customer of yours for 10 years. They're like, yes, sir, Mr. Powell. We're going to have that right over. We're going to put a credit on your account.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we're going to send you a bucket of Popcornopolis for your troubles.
Oh, boy, fancy. But nowadays, you're like, I've been a customer for 10 years. They're like, I've been alive for 19.
Oh my!
I'm never gonna shop here again.
That's
okay,
amazing.
Bye.
Oh my God, I love it.
And I'm gonna tell all my friends that you don't do people right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's time for my coffee break.
Oh my God,
you don't have any friends; they're dead.
Oh my God. You know, my grandfather owned a menswear store in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and he was very much of the customer is always right and whatever. But he did always say this. He said, if somebody has a great experience, they tell one person. If they have a bad one, they tell 10.
Yes, that's true.
So...
But businesses don't care anymore. Remember when I tweeted at an airline once that the lady made me miss my flight and I didn't get home for 15 hours instead of 8 and everything? They never responded to me.
Oh, funny. That happened when I tweeted at them when someone biologically assaulted me.
Yeah, they just don't care anymore. Because they're like, oh yeah, you never going to fly again, Jessica? Yeah. Uh-huh. You never going to go see your family in Canada again?
Well, I'm going to never use the $25 certificate towards a future flight on Air Canada again.
How insulting.
That was their way of appeasing me, and I should have thrown an adult tantrum.
Gave you $25 worth of nothing.
Correct. Not even a credit. Not even my dry cleaning, which they told me they were covering. So I should have thrown an adult tantrum, and I would have 100% be within my rights. I should have done it on the plane.
Yeah.
That's probably not a good idea, but I could and should have. And then when we landed, I should have just raised Cain.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means, but I just should have turned into Hellraiser.
What does that mean? It's
I
such
really
an old
don't know.
Saying. Does it mean you were going
I
to
hope
beat
not
people?
something bad. Oy vey. There's so many sayings now that I've learned where it's like, no, you know where that comes from? No, I don't. But now that I do, I'll never say it again.
I know. I heard someone close to me.
Raise hell. I should have raised hell. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, well, are you talking about the location? Because then it's offensive if you're just using it as a curse word.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, argument I've had with my mother.
You were saying, no, I'm sorry. You said you had a friend too.
Oh, did I?
Oh, maybe I cut you off and
now I forgot.
Now I did what you ranted about the last week.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, we are becoming walking rants.
I know.
Well, speaking of, let me move on to mine. This one is a rant. It says, when your friends are taking too long to get ready and you know you're going to be late, and when you tell them you're going to be late, they tell you relax. Actually make that anytime someone tells you to calm down. And feeling relaxed actually makes you feel more stressed because it's an unfamiliar feeling and you know you should be getting shit done.
Oof. Right.
Now, I'm going to be honest. 99.9% of the time, I am the friend making you late.
Oh, snap.
I know. It's a bad problem I got from my mother. I try to work on it. I have managed in my life to shift it so I'm not late for work things anymore because that's too stressful. Like I was never late for work, but auditions and things sometimes I'd be late for. It's too stressful, right? Especially after I had a kid.
Right.
But recently, my friend Kristen Marie, who moved back, she also is a lady. Latey, a lady.
Oh my God. That's why I was like, yes, I know. I've met her. She's a lady.
So random. What if I had a descriptor?
A lady.
Yes, a descriptor for each of my friends. She's a lady. Definitely not a lady. But so twice now, we're going to go to, things, social events together. And she's like, well, I'll just come pick you up. And then she's like 45 minutes late. And I'm finally I'm going to go ahead and Uber because I got to get home before, you know what I mean? But I can't be mad, Jessica, because I am that person.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
Dan Tipton, he would identify with this because I am the one that says if we're going to dinner with a bunch of people, he'll be like, we gotta go. We're going to be late. I'm like, who cares? It's a social gathering. We're just chatting. It's not like we have to show up and get our uniforms.
Now, is it because you are spending so much time primping and getting ready, which is fine and one thing in itself? Or are you like me and I'm like, I have plenty of time to do what I need to do. And then I'm like, I feel like I've been sitting here for 2 minutes and already been 45 minutes past. I'm still halfway through my cup of coffee.
Yes, that's me. I procrastinate.
Okay, yeah.
Because honestly, being a woman, to get ready to go out is exhausting.
It is. When we have to get ready, I wish that this was not the case. But Alan's like, give me 5 minutes. And he's not lying.
No.
It takes 2 minutes for him to shower. He's bald. Doesn't even have to run a comb through his hair. But even if you're a dude, unless you really coif your hair, you brush your hair and you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can put on pants and a shirt, lucky duck.
Yeah.
And you're out. No makeup, no dress, no undergarments, no heels.
Dan Tipton can't really connect his facial hair, which infuriates him because he's a grown man. So he doesn't even have to worry about much shaving. It's just little patches here and there. Whereas I have acres to shave.
You are like, no, you don't. I don't believe it.
It's true. Your legs, your armpits. I mean, come on. It's a lot. It's sometimes overwhelming.
You look hairless other than the hair on your head.
Well,
you're a very lucky woman. Okay.
It's just because it's blonde. It's see-through.
Sheesh Louise.
So I do understand this rant and I have felt it, but my mom was late for everything. And I remember we would be speeding to church and we'd already be a half hour late. And in my mind, I'd be like, why are we even going? But she would be speeding and I'd go, Mom, slow down. I'd rather be late to church than early to heaven.
Did you get your face?
I got in trouble. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did she think she could slip in for the last 5 minutes and no one would notice? Not even the preacher.
And then staring right at you when you walk in.
She'd be the first one to shake his hand as he walked down after the service is over.
No.
Excellent sermon.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
The end.
Oh, the part about God.
Each week it's something different but vague. Oh, the part about faith. The part about the power of prayer.
I just enjoy your passion for sermon. Oh my God.
And every once in a while just throw in, I got to tell you, worship was good today. Oh, the songs. Oh, those songs.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm sorry, everybody, that I make you late all the time.
Yeah.
It's not good. Dan Tipton said it's disrespectful. And when I would tell him to relax, it made him furious. So this rant is right. But it also makes me furious when he hovers over me like a helicopter mom. Do you know what time it is? Well, it takes you at least an hour to shower. Okay, are you about ready? Are you about ready? I finally one time yelled at him and said, when I'm ready, I'll tell you. Well, I'm just checking. Don't ask.
Oh my God, I love it.
Okay, we should take a cleansing breath because now I feel myself getting mad. Can I brush my teeth?
Oh boy.
Well, does Henry have his shoes on? That's the new one that I get to do.
Oh my God.
Well, is Henry ready?
Deferring to your small child.
Mother of the year. Mother of the year. Okay, we're going to take a cleansing breath after we've ranted about all these ridiculous things and really got our panties in a wad.
Yep.
We're going to take a deep breath in and blow out all of the bad so we can fill up with good. If you're by yourself, feel free to scream it out. It feels nice. But don't hurt your throat. Diaphragm. Thank you. Okay. And in. Oh, that dog. Wait, I need to take a new breath. I'm going to take an extra. Okay. Oh my, Jessica. You really dug deep for that one. Okay, we're ready to go into...
in my throat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jess.
I'm sorry.
You know what time I think it is?
Corners time.
Tick tock, tick tock. It's time for corners. You're up first.
Okay, this made me so happy for this cute little thing. This is in regards to a dog who was rejected by its breeder because, you know, them breeders only want perfect animals that they can sell. Now, I get it.
Perfection doesn't make unique, but go ahead.
Correct. They actually say you should never go to the dog that's acting the most wild or that runs to you first.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
People often choose the doggy.
Of course. I think I'd be the first one to do it.
You
Run
go,
up to you, pick it up.
Me.
Oh, yay, this is it. I don't even care about the others.
Right.
So, need to show you what this dog looks like.
I saw. So cute.
A sweet Siberian husky with remarkable eyes who is described by a breeder as, quote, weird, has rocketed...
I don't appreciate that accent you put on there.
I just know they have an accent. I can feel it. Has rocketed to internet fame and found a new home. Jubilee, that's the dog's name, 4 years old, was dropped off at Husky House Shelter in Matawan, New Jersey 2 years ago after her breeder complained he couldn't sell. Oh, he couldn't sell. Well, I have something to tell you, buddy. He couldn't sell such an odd-looking dog. In an effort to seduce a future owner, the shelter wrote a heartbreaking appeal on Facebook. Huskies are majestic-looking dogs, and I don't know why I don't look like them, Jubilee wrote.
Aww.
With the help of humans.
Yes.
I wish I was beautiful so someone would want me to be their dog.
You are beautiful, Jubilee.
The message went viral and Jubilee soon found a new home. And the shelter, had put this out on social media and then said thanks to everyone who shared Jubilee's story, she has found her forever home with previous Husky House adopters and joins her new fur siblings in a wonderful new life.
Aww.
The shelter even arranged a bit of a makeover for Jubilee thanks to a nearby grooming center. Anyways, this dog is so cute. The only thing different about her is that
cross eyes.
Yeah, they kind of bulge out a little bit like a cartoon.
Yeah, they're bulgy and one's a little wonky, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe
that's the owner talking to her. No, she just looks like a surprised cartoon dog.
Yes, she just looks constantly surprised. She's so cute. But you know what? That brings up the point. I think a lot of times people want perfect animals and that's why they go to breeders and stuff. But if you run across an animal that... Dana. What a hick. Across an animal who has some sort of disability or looks different or whatever, I'm telling you, put that thing on the internet and it'll have a home in a millisecond.
I know.
3-legged kitties, 3-legged doggies. No-legged doggies.
Yep.
Doggies with one eye. I mean, people, it makes their animals unique and they love them even more for that. So I'm actually shocked that somebody didn't do that earlier with little Jubilee.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they kept her around for 2 years
Maybe
and then we're like, well, we couldn't sell her. So, no. They got rid of her because they loved her. They would have kept her.
She was in the shelter for 2 years.
No, but the breeder had her for 2 years and then dumped her at a shelter.
That's so sad.
Sorry, no can do.
No way.
Jerks.
Little Jubilee, we love you. We think you're beautiful.
I know.
I love it. It's such a happy ending, though, because Jubilee went to someone that's going to treasure her
of course.
for being special.
That's right.
Well, my corner is not nearly as sweet. Your corner was like, "Aw, corner." My corner is definitely, "What the what?" Here's the headline, guys. Woman puts husband in DIY chastity belt to prevent him from cheating. This is from my favorite Oddity Central. A Ukrainian man nearly lost his genitals.
Ukrainian. That's my people.
After his wife put him in a painful DIY chastity belt for being unfaithful. The unmanned name in his... Unmanned name? Jessica, do you smell toast? What's happening? The unnamed man in his 40s from the city of, oh boy, Zaporizhia in southern Ukraine told doctors that he woke up one morning earlier this week to find a big metal nut screwed onto his wiener.
What?
It had been, quote, installed by his wife as a way to stop him from being unfaithful, but the man claimed that it was strangulating his organ. He tried removing it himself, but the nut didn't budge.
Can't. And I wish that they could have chosen a different choice of word given the region it's on.
No choice but to call an ambulance. But Jessica, let me show you a picture. What else do you call that? It's a freaking nut.
At least have the decency to put the word lug in front of it.
It is a lug nut for sure. 6-sided lug nut.
Unreal.
She put that on her man's dong.
It doesn't make sense. It had to have something else attached to it.
Well, also, like, I need to know spatially how this works. How big was that nut that she thought?
Is there a picture of the belt?
I don't want to get too, no.
I do. I want to go balls deep. Let's see it.
This is the only picture they posted. But my thing is, I'm going to get real medical here.
I'm looking at it through my pop filter.
I know. A vagina can give birth to like a 10-pound baby.
Yes.
How big was this nut that she thought it was going to stop her husband from putting his dong into somebody else's?
We don't know the position of where it was.
Well, it was installed. It had to go on, slide down the shaft to some point. Maybe she was like,
I feel like something was like screwed in on the sides. I need a picture of the belt.
I don't know.
Preferably on the person wearing it.
No, that's called porn, Jessica.
I did see a old-timey chastity belt at the Ren Fair.
Oh,
but it was for ladies.
Yeah, there were always for ladies.
So I don't feel so bad about there being one on a dude.
Jessica, it was strangulating his organ. He had to go to the
agreed
hospital.
to it. She didn't pin him down and put it on.
I think the article makes it seem like he woke up. It says
she drugged him
to find a big metal nut screwed on his wiener.
She knocked him out cold and then tied him up and then did a DIY chastity belt around him.
It was as a way to stop him from being unfaithful. So he's clearly been unfaithful before.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, here's what happened. This guy went out with his buddies and got sloshed. This guy came home just Ukrainian wasted. And he went to sleep, but while he was asleep, his wife came in and screwed a nut on him. That's what happened. He was, I'm sure, right? Drunk.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
Well, what are you saying?
I want to see a picture of it.
Are you saying I'm lying to you?
No, I'm angry that they're just showing us a picture of a rusted nut. It does no good to us.
Well, it doesn't even release his name. I'm sure he was embarrassed. No. I'm sure the cops had to take pictures because that's got to be some sort of assault. Because think about it. How big is a nut hole? It's
large enough to produce nut milk. I don't know. But my thing is...
But it can't have slid on that easily.
It didn't slide anywhere. The screws have to be screwed into the nut bolt.
No, she put his wiener through the center.
No. Nope. That doesn't... It can't happen.
Yes, it can if it's a big enough nut.
Well, have you ever seen a nut that big?
I've seen some pretty gosh darn big nuts. Why are we yelling at each other about nuts?
I'm literally Dad, I didn't realize that you thought that was like boop.
I
and
know that's
slid
what
on
it is.
like a ring on a finger.
Of course it is.
Oh my God.
It's gotta be. There's no other way.
Well, maybe he needs to consider a penile implant.
Maybe he needs to consider not cheating on his wife.
You know what? I have a song for him that I'm too ashamed to say on the air.
What?
No.
You can't say things like that.
If you're interested, DM me.
Bing. I just DM'd you.
The artist's name is Risque. We'll leave it at that. You can do the research.
Let me smell yo. Is it that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not appropriate for anyone, really. I have a friend that knows. I have a guy friend that knows every word to that song, and he doesn't look like he should. And then he is a real deep twerker. It's so funny to me.
Why you coming home 5 in the morning?
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Uh-huh. Then what are we gonna do?
Can I smell yum?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, the first place I learned about that was Jerry Springer.
Oh.
Remember when they would be like, he comes home, I smelled him.
No.
Yeah, gross. Wow, this took a turn.
It really did.
We were laughing about nut milk, and then we just took a real... We were screaming at each other about the size of
By the
nuts.
way, I can be very crude. I think I've suddenly turned modest just knowing that our fathers are or aren't listening to us at any given episode.
Yeah.
And I'm picturing them being so but he does.
Well, I'm not sure. That's the rumor. Sorry, Dad. I mean, listen, he's known me since I was born.
Okay. Mm-hmm. He's known me for like the last 2 years. So he should have known better. He knew what he was getting into.
He knows what to expect. He's known me forever. You know what makes me so sad about today?
What?
We literally have no excuse. Usually we're like, it's an NPR episode. It's so late. We're so tired.
Uh-huh.
This is just legit
We're just
crazy.
being ridic. Pun intended.
Oh no! Shame on you. Shame on you. I'd rather be late to heaven, but clean-mouthed.
Okay.
Here comes the Red Baron to shoot me.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys. Listen how close that person is. That's just a jerk
They just
move.
landed on the roof, I think.
And I know you guys are like, why do you always mention it, Dana? Because it messes up my sound and it drives me crazy when I'm editing. I try my best to pull out the dogs, the roosters, and the planes, but like that, I won't be able to.
I haven't even heard the rooster.
Don't say it.
Keep going.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we're moving into raves.
Yes.
It's time for the raves. I don't know why.
She just put her hands up
in the air. I don't know why.
like she's cheering at a stadium.
I think it is. I was on another show, and these guys are like, one of them's an old radio guy. They're older gentlemen. That's Gold with Steve Heitner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a guest on there. But they're so good at their transitions. They're like, radio speaking into the next section. And I was like, I'm so unprofessional. I'm like, I think you're up next, Jessica. Let me look at my notes. Flip, flip, flip. So I was like, I put my arms up in the air as a physical manifestation of, I'm going to make a good transition. And it's turned into this. So let's get started with Ray.
And wave them like you just don't care. Oh my God.
So by trying to make like a fancy, smooth transition, I just made a 10-minute verbal diarrhea.
That's amazing.
And now time for your rave.
Okay, so this is something that I read recently that I really loved because I've known quite a few people over the last 10 years that it's not even a matter of like, I'm going to try to reinvent myself, which that's fine if that's what you're doing. They either were tired of what they were doing, not inspired, looking for a change, found a passion for something else that made them then want to go to school to pursue that. And we've said this before, but really, it's never too late. Okay.
Never.
It really isn't. And I personally have now met 2 people who in their 60s went to medical school.
Wow.
No joke. One was a nurse and the other was working in something else in the medical field and went on to become an MD. But it's never too late.
No.
And this is brought to us again by a new site that I really like called Demilked. And it is regarding people sharing their middle-aged success stories. So, for instance, a grandma of 4 who is a veteran published her debut novel January 1st.
Wow.
My body is paralyzed from ALS, so I typed that shit with my eyes, she said.
Incredible.
A veteran, someone who suffers from ALS,
wrote a book. Can't even type.
At 54 years old.
That's amazing.
It's beyond. I'm in my 60s, just planning my first exhibition. And it's somebody who does incredible landscapes.
Yeah.
Became a painter. Age 37, gave up my corporate career, realized endometriosis meant I would never have a family, volunteered in Cambodia, then Ethiopia, and set up a charity to help end female genital mutilation globally.
Oh my God.
I'm turning 50 next month, and I'm looking forward to what the next decade brings.
Holy cow.
Look at this happy dude. I'm 54 and just opened a bar.
Good for him. He looks so elated.
Right? I made a big break for a baby impacted by the opioid crisis. He came to me at 4 months. After 903 days of waiting, adoption finalized. He turns 3 later this month. I am 57 years old. We have an absolute blast. Age is nothing.
That's amazing.
So there's a whole list of this. We will link to this article, but it's so many different things with people going back to school or starting new things and whatever. And I was telling Dana, I know a few women who very recently have done that. I have a friend who was a successful working actor and she just was over it. Yeah. And she really wanted to change and decided she wanted to go back to school for woodworking. Mm-hmm. I love it. It's definitely a field
that's so cruel.
Pretty much dominated by men.
Yeah.
And she is such a badass. And she owns and operates her own woodworking studio in downtown Los Angeles and makes amazing things that she can sell at different, like, cool little pop-up markets. But people started to approach her to do custom furniture for her.
Wow.
So, like, a whole new career, and it just launched her in a different direction in her life. And I love it. And she's so happy doing it. It's like she found what she was meant to do.
Right. It really is never too late. And I say that to people all the time. And actually, I was thinking about it yesterday, last night when I was editing and revisited that we both said we would love to be a docent.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's smart and healthy to have a plan.
Yes.
To have a second plan. It's not like days of old where somebody stays at the same company for 65 years and then retires and that's that. They sit in a recliner and watch TV all day. Right. That's not how it is. We live longer and companies don't keep people that long anyway. Right. So why not try something new? You know, when I thought acting wasn't going to work out for me, I was going to go work at the coroner's office. I already had a meeting set up. Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And so even now I'm looking at other avenues to start exploring just to keep myself relevant. You know, our industry is very, one moment you're
fickle.
Up. Yes, very much so. So I just think that's smart. And I think you'll live longer.
Yeah.
I just met a girl this weekend that she's 40. She was in accounting for all of her life. And then she decided to go back to school for nursing. She's got 3 kids.
Amazing.
Like, you know, my friend in Oklahoma, she went back to school she's almost done now. So she started in her late 30s, went back to school and got a degree to be a therapist.
Yep. I know a few people that have gone back again, like from 50 and up.
Yeah.
For therapy, and a couple of women who've gone back to go for law school.
Yeah.
Which is no
joke.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. And don't be afraid of it. If you want to pursue something new, do it. You know, people get on to me, but I do walk the walk. Yeah. Like I have no safety net. And I just believe this is what I'm meant to be doing.
Totally.
And that because I'm pursuing what my journey is supposed to be, I'll be taken care of. Right. I really do believe that in a lot of ways. You know, you took a big leap, and is it a struggle? Yes.
Yes.
But are you making it?
Yes.
Yeah. And are you happier?
Yes.
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 Yeah. I think that's amazing. And I love that people are proud of it and like shouting it from the rooftops.
Me too.
That's impressive.
I can't wait until we're docents.
I know. I'm going to be the crazy woman in the blue glasses doing voices for every painting.
Oh my God.
And you're going to be like, this gives you feelings of amber and bergamot inside of your eye minds.
Oh my God.
Some bougie artsy. And I'm going to be like, look at this baby. It's like, I need more food.
I love it because also, speaking of docents really quick, there is a woman that I work with and her mother, who I met, who's so lovely, is almost 80 and she's a docent at LACMA.
Love it.
And she's like a very erudite woman. Like to hear her it just shows you don't judge a book by its cover. I expected her to be very prim and very much a certain way. She was so woke, if you will, and so cool. And she's like, oh, my favorite thing is when I work specifically with high schoolers because they kind of now are starting to, especially if they're into the arts, like have an idea of what they want to do or what styles they like. And she's like, they are constantly teaching me about the latest. And she went so far as to say she wished that LACMA and the other, modern museums around town did a little more focus on street art.
Oh, wow.
And the importance of that. I mean, I was like, knock me over with a feather.
That's amazing.
And she goes, I love it. I love going to work every day and being a docent.
Good for her. She's going to live forever.
I know.
Man. I love it.
I love it too.
Happiness is life fuel,
Indeed.
Okay. Well, so let me tell you a little bit about the rave I brought today from via Jessica. You found this and it's really, really wonderful. So thank you.
No problem.
This is babytobaby.org. Baby to Baby provides children living in poverty ages 0 to 12 years with diapers, clothing, and all the basic necessities that every child deserves. In the last 8 years, Baby to Baby has distributed over 70 million items to children in homeless shelters, domestic violence programs, foster care, hospitals, and underserved schools, as well as children who have lost everything in the wake of a disaster. So the co-presidents who founded it are Kelly Sawyer Patrikoff and Nora Weinstein. They have their board of directors is littered with celebrities.
Yeah.
They have
I think
a lot
Chrissy
of ambassadors.
Teigen was the one they featured at their gala.
Okay. They have Jessica Alba, Julie Bowen.
Yeah.
I saw somebody else too. Drew Barrymore, Rachel Zoe, Angels, or Selma Blair, Kristen Bell. I mean, Amy Adams. It just goes on and on. So normally we do Zooey Deschanel. Normally we do smaller organizations who really, really need the word spread and helped. But this is just such a good one. I'm going to read you a letter from Kelly and Nora. In 2018, Baby to Baby distributed our 50 millionth item to a child in need. We also distributed a record number of items, including, are you ready for this? 8 million diapers, 437,599 toys, 298,269 items of clothing, 279,480 hygiene products, 151,059 pairs of socks and underwear, 97,475 books, 64,241 backpacks, 36,873 pairs of shoes. We were also able to formalize our disaster relief and emergency response programs. Our Baby to Baby national network has continued to expand to 37 cities, and these deep relationships across the country have mattered most when disaster hits. Baby to Baby sent highly needed items to children affected by hurricanes, fires, and other emergency situations, as well as to immigrant children separated from their families. At Baby to Baby, we are here to help children in poverty regardless of how their families arrived. We don't judge what happened, because when we get to those children, they're wearing dirty diapers and sleeping on floors, and to us, it doesn't matter why, just how we can help.
That's part of why I love that organization.
We are proud of the work Baby to Baby has done in the past 7 years, but we weren't even close to being done, and we still need your help. Your continued generosity will make a difference in their lives. On behalf of the children Baby to Baby serves and those we are not yet reaching, we thank you for your support. Our deepest thanks, Nora and Kelly. And it has a thing on their website. Again, it's babytobaby.org. And I like on the very front page, when you go to it, it has their mission and the letter and everything. But then you can also see all the different ways that you can help. Okay. So it has a running clock. Look at this. Donations distributed every minute or so. It updates and it's incredible.
Wow.
And then it has all the ways that you can help. You can donate money. You can donate stuff. You can volunteer or you can be a sponsor. And you just click on any of those things. I love it so much. So I was excited about it because we all know that I've been hauling around 15 bags of clothes in the trunk of my car since July. So baby to baby, I think you're going to be getting a visit from Dana Powell. So thank you, Jessica, for sharing that. And there's beautiful pictures there's Julie Bowen, who's a friend of mine. Seeing her with these kids is so cute. And all of these women, most of these women have children of their own.
Yeah.
So it is near and dear to their hearts. They put a lot of effort into it. They've been in InStyle magazine. It's a national network. It's just pretty incredible. Again, that's babytobaby.org. They have gala events. They're in the media a lot. Check them out. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Jessica.
Dana.
I think that's our show.
I think that's our show too.
Why don't you tell everybody how they can find us?
You can keep looking for us and follow us on social media. Okay? The ransomerravespodcast.com on both Facebook and Instagram. On Twitter at raves_the. On our website, www.theransomeravespodcast.com through our contact button or our direct email, theransomeravespodcast@gmail.com.
Jessica.
Yes.
I appreciate you and all that you do. I love your voice.
Likewise.
I love your voice, I said.
I love your voice.
Okay, thank you. And I love your songs.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So I like to end each show with a weekly point to ponder. Sometimes it's a conversation starter. Sometimes it's something on Instagram you really should be following. Sometimes it's a show you shouldn't watch. Don't fuck with cats. Don't watch it.
Sometimes it's a lady playing spoons on her knee.
Yes. So this week is... I'm going to tell you. So it's the new year. I had a self-tape audition the other day, and obviously I ended up watching them later, and I was like, that woman.
I watched it.
That woman's face is being swallowed by her fat.
Shut up.
I couldn't handle it. There was one point where I shook my head no because it was like a scary scene where I'm running, and I had a full-blown turkey gobbler. What's that thing called? What's that thing called?
A gizzard.
Okay, well, I had a gizzard.
No,
that went
you didn't.
on my face. So and you guys know I bought this mini stair stepper. I'm not in the groove yet, but I will be. Okay. I bought a workout shirt. Listen, I'm trying.
Oh, okay.
I bought tennis shoes for the first time in like 10 years. So I guess I'm going to get on this weight loss journey again. How many times?
You're going to need more than one shirt.
Maybe not.
Because you're not going to wear it again after you've sweated through it.
You might be surprised. I might not. Let's just hope I break out in a sweat before I go. Nope, done. Anyway, so I found a way, Jessica, for us to lose 23% of our body weight.
Oh, okay, great. Does it involve cayenne pepper and maple syrup?
No, because that doesn't work.
Okay. Good to know.
Here's what it involves. So blood is 8% of our total body weight. Okay. And our skin is 15% of our total body weight. So I have figured if you and I get rid of all our blood and all of our skin, we can lose 23% of our body weight. Okay, great.
I'm in.
We're going to be skinless and bloodless. But we're going to look
Sign
good. That was such an unhealthy thing.
I can dip myself in a bath of nut milk like they do on Westworld where they put the 3D printed bodies into that milk substance. That's all we need. We're good. We're fine.
Yeah, you think so? Or paraffin wax. That's nice to dip into.
Great idea.
All right, guys. We'll be back next week. Probably equally as crazy.
Of course we will.
Okay, bye.
Bye.